Hey everybody, what's up? What's up? Monday morning, rap challenges 7 plus 5. Gift a sub now to be number one. Guys, our subscriptions are down this month. I don't know what's going on. It's the global economy, it's the depression. But please support the stream. Azerbaijan, no question, you're the chip leader. You're the chip leader. You're the donation gift sub leader from last week. So we appreciate your help. Alright, our devoted follower. It's a pity you're not a VIP. Oh, you are a VIP. Alright. Yupunj Bansal got subbed. Got subbed. Alright. Pardon. Pardóname mucho. Alright, our old Ripunj Bansal playing the Joko piano. There it is. Be aware. Be very aware. Whew, I had a really epic dream last night. It was weird. Tell you when I'm tired and I get to sleep, I do that. It's funny, like playing chess does something to your brain, because when I have these really long work simul nights and then I sleep, when I finally do get to sleep, I usually have the weirdest kind of epic dreams than that night. Alright, so we're playing the same line I had against Miro last week. Next Tuesday, a week from tomorrow, I'm going to be moving to my new location. So next week is going to be, speaking of Miro, he's lurking. Next week is going to be downtime. Definitely Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and as long as it takes for the internet to be connected. Unclear. It can take between like 1 and 12 days, so I don't know how long it's going to get me internet back. I will have phone, and maybe I could set up some kind of mobile internet. I have to pack and unpack, and it's going to be a lot of stress and hard work lifting boxes. I do have movers, but they don't do everything. So bishop to b5. This is not the Spanish, bro. What's up? Now you're playing Spanish. Make up your mind. Do I sense some indecision on the part of my opponent with bishop b5? I feel like we've seen this sort of trick before, where he's like trying to trap my bishop or something. Not sure about a4. Bishop e5, then a4. That bishop would retreat back to a4 on that diagonal. Knight, no, a5 is possible. Nope. a5 loses a piece due to a takes b5. Welcome everybody. Please don't forget to support the stream. Cooking Rooks. What's up, man? It's a very slow economic pace this month. Fish and chips prices are going through the roof. The average price of fish and chips in the UK is like 10 euros or something. Blame it on Brexit, but we have high inflation here. Hungary is the worst. Alright, so you're trying to play like b4, a5? Is that what's happening to me here? I can win a pawn. Good to see Cooking Rooks, though. He hasn't been on stream forever. Seriously. Take. I'm not interested in giving up my center for the sake of winning some measly pawn. Yet. The important yet. Cooking Rook's up really early today. You are in Central Time. Asturbate's in Pacific Time. And Hayes Bureau is Alaskan Time. So, and Ripunj Bansal is in Indian Time. They probably have like 1 million time zones in India. I have no idea how many. I think at this point we have to really seriously consider taking this pawn. You guys only have 1 time zone in India. How's that possible? It's too big. You just don't do time zones. Alright. Fair enough. Was in like Russia they have millions of time zones? I don't know how things work. Time zones for dummies. You went to sleep at 7 p.m. last night. Wow. That's an early night. You have kids and you went to sleep at 7 p.m. last night? How does that happen? Reminds me of... Russia is fat. Long. Depends on which way you're looking at it. Alright, I'm taking my pawn. I'm running with it. Anyway, good to see you guys. Thanks for subscribing, Cooking Rooks. You guessed your wife put them in bed without me. Well, hopefully it was your wife anyway. Alaska used to have 4 time zones. Wow. Yeah, Alaska's big. It's a little smaller than India, though. Hey, if global warming, really increases, Alaska will start to be like premium location. What do I want to do? I don't really want to develop the opponent's pieces for him. At the same time, I don't really want to lose time. What are you talking about? Ding rating is definitely not 2930, dude, after the last debacle in Romania. He's lucky if he's 28. He's not even 2800, man. I don't know. Should I go back? I could have played Bishop G4 there. I don't know if it was any good. So what's up, everybody? Hey, it's Miro. How's your new job? Ding and Nepomniachtchi finished next to last and next to last in the Superbet tournament in Romania. So I doubt he's gaining a lot of rating points. Masturbate. Maybe he caught some cheaters. Like you. My job is fun too. Well, we have that in common. They wanted me to come for an extra shift today. Hey. Asternal. No need to apologize. I totally understand. I mean, I do the same thing in poker. I get pissy even with my own friends when they beat me. Then they're all like, "Why are you so pissed off, man?" I just don't like losing, It's understandable, Arsenal. shows competitive nature. Hey, at least you didn't quit. At least you didn't quit the simul on move 2 or something. Yeah, I'm really competitive, and there's this one guy who's like a friend, my closest friend. When we play, I even get angry with him when he beats me. I mean, it's normal though. I think he doesn't understand why I get so pissy. But he's just not as competitive as me. I guess that's the problem. If you're not that competitive, you don't understand. Alright. You love life. Insta capture. Instamax camera. You tried to get your brother to play in the simul since he came for vacation? Is it an older brother, Mira? Or younger? So how good is he? Compared, what would you give him as a provisional rating? Can you not attack my pieces for a little while? He's 1500 question mark. What a coincidence. That was my first rating too. It's a small world after all. It's like whatever the first move you can think of. Wow. Is this lichess? Blitz rating is 1800. Hey, it's Miro. Version 2. 2.0. Oh man, I just realized I had a dream last night about... Okay, I had this crazy epic dream that I had to take my son to the hospital for an ear infection. Because he had an ear infection, went to the doctor last week, but in my dream it was like this really weird giant mall like hospital where it was so big like it would take hours to walk from one side to the other. It had all these like, it was like a museum and an amusement park and a hospital all in one. And I just remembered I had this dream where there was somebody selling chess-based products as like a vendor. There was a chess-based vendor in the hospital. So whatever that means, I was actually gonna buy, after all the years, I was like, oh, my last chess base was chess base. I don't know, what am I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Chess base 16? Is that a real thing, or is it just something I made up in my dream? Chess base 16. That sounds like a lot. There's no such thing as chess base 16, is there? In my dream, it was chess base 16. I was like, oh yeah, I had chess base. My last chess base was chess base 16. And this guy was showing me. Man, it was a weird dream. It was all over the place. Play a chess sign will then take some benzodiazepines before you go to sleep. And you get really weird ass dreams. Knight to d3. Can I really do that? I don't trust that move. I want to do it. I think we're up to chess base 17. Well, like, I knew that... Then in my dream I remembered correctly. Which is kind of surprising, actually. I haven't touched chess base in forever. It's surprising that my dream was even remotely accurate, to be honest. Definitely not up on my chess base. I couldn't begin to describe this dream. It was just too weird. That's what I was worried about, Arsenal, of course. Takes on g7. The king side looks a little breezy. This guy just came in. I literally just played the move f6, and now my king side looks a little breezy. Jesus Christ, dude. Your king side is breezy. I just played f6 the minute you, like, posted that comment. The master of dogma. And other cool stuff. Breezy and sleazy. Surface area. You know what's amazing is that white's only down a pawn after all this bullshit he did. Surface, cheapos, nothing, just surface tactics, and it's surprising he's ahead on time and only down a pawn. After all this bullet style moves, what can I say? For lack of a better description, we'll call them bullet style moves. Wait, what? Am I lost? Yeah. He missed it, of course. Unbelievable. Dude, I don't understand. And you're coming to the stream after all that, and you're still just playing for time. It's unbelievable. You missed the forced win. With Queen E8, you're still just playing for time. After all that time out. It's pretty sick, bro. Damn. We need, like, Mr. Slow, like, endgame technique here. Yeah, Queen E8 just won by force. Might have been worth thinking for 5 seconds about it. Exactly. But he can't, dude. He can't. It's the ADD. The ADD is strong with this one. Maybe instead of Modern Chess openings, you should get me like Modern Chess Endgames Uber Driver. It was a bad joke about the London system. That's a meme here. I do take, London system challenges first. Yeah, no, I hate the London system. I ban it from the simuls. Bullet chess as well, which my opponent is displaying a very strong. Yeah, Rookie, I'm surprised he didn't play Rookie 8. I once successfully won a game with that technique. Once. In a galaxy far, far away. In a year. 20 years ago. Oops. Check here. So how do I win this again? Do I have to go back to D2? Should have plenty of time. Oh yeah, he's cut off. I forgot. Wow, an early resignation. That was a very early resignation. Bottom G Evil Tate. What? Alright. I don't want to know what that means. Next, Troll. Flying Dutchman rated 10+2. His ratings make a lot of sense. He's 1500 in Bullet, 1600 in Rapid, and 2117. I don't think so. Alright, Arsenal fan, and HGG. So already had one game, one lost position. Because of the time. Because he played Bullet, he got me in time pressure, and I finally cracked. An Uber driver had to make the remarks. But it wasn't F6 was not the reason why I got a lost position, though it didn't help. In order to challenge, you have to have 100 games rated. Big Ben. Oh, no. I could time out Uber driver. I mean, I'll tell you what. If you send me a gift sub, I won't time you out, Uber driver. The only Big Ben I know, to be honest with you, is Ben Franklin. You know, helped to write the Declaration of Independence. That's the only Big Ben in my book. All right. French defense. What do we want to play? Why would I do a thing like that? No rated. No rated. No. You've been vetoed for no reason. No, you vetoed because you freaking challenged me to rated 10+2, dude. The wrong time control and rated. You got 2 out of 3 things wrong. What is 10+2 anyway? Who does 10+2? What is that? Why is 10+2 familiar? I always thought that was a really weird kind of time control. Alright, I won't time you out. I won't time you out now for bringing up non-relevant entities. You're kind of dumb, so you don't say. I put it in a new color with a fluorescent 7+5 fluorescent green. I didn't like the yellow, so I changed it to green. Hope you don't mind. Yeah, we're all dumb in different ways. That's what makes the world great. We can all be dumb in different ways. Pretty sure we played this once. If it wasn't against Arsenal fan, I don't know who it was against. I don't know what it's called. You have to check on Wikipedia. By the way, Uber driver, thanks for donating for Mama. Did Mama say you could use her credit card for that $500? The front page of BBC had an article about how some 10-year-old girl. Now, like, seriously, all right, a 10-year-old girl spent $2,500 euros or pounds, sorry, 2,500 pounds on her Roblox account, and her mom like didn't notice, you know. I mean, I understand if you're like really rich and you don't keep track of your bank account, but for most people, you would notice pretty freaking fast if your bank account like was drained out of 2,500 pounds. And the woman was like, "Oh my God, I was so happy when the bank refunded my money." It's just, no, the surprising point for me was that, like, you know, I know, like, personally, if my son, I would know that day. It wouldn't be like, oh, I took, you know, I didn't see it. Yeah, knight b6, I did something like that recently. I could transpose to a normal Lopez with b5. I think that'll make Arsenal more comfortable, though. Why was I talking about Roblox and spending money? I don't remember. Alright. Sometimes I start telling stories and then I don't remember why I started telling the stories. Is that a bad sign? I don't know why I started telling this story. I forgot. I'm easily distracted by myself. I just don't understand how you would not notice. Like, I check my bank account every day. I mean, first of all, because of the amount of scams that there are today, if you don't check your bank account like every day, I think you're kind of stupid. I mean, seriously, do you know with credit card how easy credit card fraud is? What are you, daft? How long should it take you to realize that your 10-year-old spent 2,500 pounds on Roblox? 1 day? 2 days? 3 days? Or none of the above? Of course, these sites are evil for like stealing your children's money, but at least you should be aware of what's going on. Alright, we'll do it. I think b5 might be black's best move, but we would likely transpose to a standard b5 variation. I'm going to have trouble like exercising enough pressure against the enemy center, I think, here without, you know, without c5 or b5. Oh, sorry, Mommy. I thought it was just play money. Yeah, really. Most 10-year-olds are like gun-toting hombres. Shit. That's scary. I saw that Jababa was streaming PUBG. That's not a good sign. If Jababa's addicted to it, it must be bad. Yeah, probably. Alright, screw it. This is like your last chance to like... This is my last chance to correct my earlier mistake of not playing b5. PUBG made Yubaba. It's possible, you know. He was 2,700, then he started playing video games. Yeah, man, I mean, if you're playing video games, maybe for an hour a day as sort of distraction. It could be even part of a training regimen if it was like controlled. I'm sure given his age, Magnus also has played video games. Why is Arsenal fan... Wow, you couldn't play Bishop C1? Why would Arsenal fan give me his dark square bishop? Wow. Sold! Alright. He still has a good center, but I'm surprised. I didn't think he would give me the B. At least it's something, and I appreciate it. No, I know Tranquilizer plays games, but he's not a 2,700, first of all. When you're like second, when you're playing for the World Championship, maybe you should like cut out the video games if you're serious. Everyone plays video games. What? Tranquilizer? Well, he must play Warcraft in the first place. Talks about the Horde. Take with a knight. Horde. He's a hoarder. Waving the red flag in front of the bull. Oh shit. It's a good thing you don't like work for a government institution or something, Uber driver, because you would definitely be a whistleblower. Have you considered becoming a whistleblower? maybe you would also be a good sportscaster, like our friend, someone on sound. Besides just stating the obvious, Uber Driver also likes to hint the obvious for the benefit of our opponents. No, I should start streaming other games because my subscriber numbers are dropping. But what the thing is, I didn't start streaming because I wanted to be a streamer. It's about promoting my chess business. It all depends on our priorities, doesn't it? Now Arsenal didn't pick up the hint. I'm not sure how it was meant to be. But he had a really nice Aster-mate threat on the diagonal, and I think maybe Uber Driver was just being a general whistleblower, but it looked like Arsenal had a concrete sort of e5 where he could avoid having to sacrifice the exchange. That's the impression I had, anyway. But it's early in the morning. It depends on how much cerveza we've been drinking, I guess. But I feel like, Arsenal also, our first ambulance of the day. I'm so gonna miss that. Anonymous player subscribed to tier 1. Are you guys gonna miss the constant ambulances? My new snob location. There won't be as many ambulances. I'm not near like the main street. Maybe only in the very distance you'll hear ambulances. Will be kind of disappointing. Really gonna miss it. Hello, Sladgie. Yeah, moving next week, a week from tomorrow, and we'll be down. The stream will be down. Downtime. Challenge from Hey It's Miro? No challenges from Hey It's Miro. That's weird. Take. Nope. Flying Dutchman corrected earlier challenge. You did challenge Hey It's Miro, it's just not there. Uber Driver says never move your F pawn. Energetic. Two F5. Why not one F5? One F5 is only sometimes okay. It's not good against E4, right? Now I've got 7 challengers. Another sub today. We're really behind on subscriptions for this month, so if you'd like to support my efforts, please subscribe. For some reason, the subscription numbers are really down. Arsenal just dropped a piece. He's clearly not technically alert yet this morning. That earlier move... This chance here could be problematic for black. So I have to take on E5. Okay, the main point is like this wins a piece. I believe it wins a piece. Let's make sure there's not something funky here. Either way, there's two squares, but here, 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 bishop f5. There's no way I'm not having enough compensation here. So e5, I have to take on e5. You take on e5 or play queen e4. If you take on e5, I just have to move the bishop, you know, and then I'm, you know, now you have a pretty decent position. I mean, knight coming here, I have to play g6. You have good control of d5, and Ulf Anderson is happy. The fact of the matter is, maybe c5 was a mistake. I don't know. Maybe knight takes d4 was a mistake, actually. He should have taken with the pawn in the first place. And Uber Driver didn't like pawn takes pawn. He's not a dynamic dude. But the computer thinks I should have not given up the center. I was a little too optimistic. I underestimated the power of this bishop on c2. It was a bad decision. Hey, Ismiro's up there, second challenge from the left. Alright, HGG. HGG, are you out there? Is HGG a subscriber? We have to play the subscribers first. Hey, it's Miro and Shaki. I want to encourage people to subscribe. Every little sub helps. Thinking. Don't forget to play e4 against Shaki, Sladgie, if you're white. Meanwhile, inline play. Inline skates. The Philidor. Play the Philidor. In online play. Just kidding. A new Belgrade Gambit with knight d5. The accelerated Belgrade Gambit. I'm asking for trouble against the tactical. Hey, it's Miro. Damn, how do we have so many challenges today? Armenian Chess YouTube. Nope. No rated, not enough games. Can't play you. You need more games. Cheetah, that's perfect. That's for Asterbait. One of Asterbait's friends. Survivor. We played once before. Okay. We have a few people disappearing and others are ineligible. The rules are 100 rated games, casual, what else? 7+5, and if you're a subscriber, you get to play first. No, it doesn't have to be rapid, just not bullet, because I don't count bullet as real chess, so whatever. Blitz counts, it's okay. Just not bullet. I don't consider bullet to count. You can play 100 bullet games in like a few hours. So 95 right away? Master, what is that? Can I play Queen B5? Is that a good move? Queen B5 is kind of funny. Queen D4 is a draw. I guess I have to go here. Well, I don't have to, right? I could play Queen B5. I don't want my queen to get... I could also play Queen A4. I didn't consider it. I really should. I don't like my queen getting stuck over there, because it's not like the Scandinavian where your like queen is coming back on the diagonal. Your queen gets sort of marooned out there. Bishop c5. Very nice. So f4, knight g4, e5, bishop f2 check, king d1. Hasta la vista, baby. I call your bluff and raise you. You just didn't even stop to think about it. I get it now. Alright, we're gonna have to reevaluate our options. He played that awfully quickly. Knight g4, e5 castles, so he's sacrificing a piece to win my queen with rook e8. Alright, so e5 maybe it's not as strong as I thought. I still don't trust black's position. I can always play knight h3, but his knight on g4 ends up difficult to get rid of. So perhaps I made a mistake. There's the possibility of e5 castles knight f3. And what's the problem with that? e5 castles knight f3, bishop f2 check. Doesn't really help his cause. He has knight f2, and then what, rook to g1? Rook e8 or something? Was I supposed to play this move order? Yeah, castles, knight f3. It's our last chance to bail out now. If you want to bail out, you could play knight h3. But I was thinking knight f3. That was the plan anyway. I love the consistency of Uber drivers' belief system. It's not okay to play f6, but you can leave your king in the center with white and play like f4, queen e2, king d1, and that's okay. It's approved by Mr. Morphy. Wait. What's approved, black's play or white's play? So, rook e8, bishop d2, d6 castles, for example. Then I'm getting forked with knight f2. I'll just scrunch up my face like Hikaru. Looks like a confused pug. Yes. Okay, maybe bishop d2 is the wrong answer here. Maybe I need to play h3. h3. If it's h3, it's for me. h3, knight f2, rook h2. Uber driver approved. Knight takes pawn. d5. it seems like Arsenal fan. I didn't understand why you didn't play bishop c1. Isn't that like a normal position? Why did you feel you should give me your dark square bishop? I thought you have a normal position with advantage after bishop c1. I wasn't even... I didn't even like what I got, really. Cooking Rooks is out of here. He just stopped by for a quick sub. Oh, he's playing. Cooking Rooks is playing. Very nice. Arsenal fan also playing. You can watch Arsenal fan. He's playing something called Sturm Chess. Hey, it's Miro. Happens to be playing too. I wonder who he's playing against. All my online friends. Where's Asterbait? You're not online, Asterbait. You're not on lichess. What's up, bro? We need a more sensational continuation here. D6. I guess I always have queen d3 if he tries to do discover check. Oh man. This is what working long hours does to you. Damn. This is your brain on work. You mean I'm not allowed to castle? That doesn't seem fair. Yeah. I think that's illegal. I think this is illegal for black to try to do this. Unbelievable. The app. Asterbait, you're on your phone? On the tablet? Your viewers are all pretty good. They're not just viewers. They're cult followers. Viewers is one thing, but cult followers is another. I mean, I've played Arsenal fan almost 500 games now. Haysmere was on his second account, and we only have 41, but we must have 100. Don't see a lot of options here. I don't have viewers, I have devotees. Alright. Man. VIPs. Asterbait, how many games? I have 345 against Asterbait. So that I helped them to get better. In some cases, worse. Alright, now the critical moment is upon us. So he sacrificed a piece, and in exchange, I can't castle. Man, that's a solid effort. It seems ridiculously unfair. Knight takes e5. Maybe I should just capture. Which way? Pawn takes? Knight takes? Knight cakes. Just capture. Bishop on g3 is pissing me off. I mean, do I have an option here? f5? You could play f5. And then he's got the solid 3 pawns for a piece sort of scenario. Ooh, f5 doesn't work. Damn, F5, 93. Ouch. That's crazy. I really have to take. Dynamic dog. Man. Does anybody have a Benadryl? Alright. I need Benadryl. I start getting prickly heat on my skin when it's like 90 degrees in my office. What are we up to now? 90. Around 90 degrees just doesn't really do it for me. We're at 90 and going up right now. Humidity slightly increasing. Okay, he doesn't have a crushing threat at the moment. I mean, maybe bishop f4. Maybe. Oh my God, my time. Do I sound like Eric Rosen? By the way, why does the board look straight today? Yesterday during the Simo, it looked. I guess Simo looks different. Now the board fits, but yesterday it didn't fit, and I didn't move it. I'll ask Hawkeye what he thinks about Simo board size. Alright, we've got the opponent with 2 pawns for the piece. Interesting battle. This bishop is only mildly trapped. Interesting. And here I'm calculating queen h5. I literally calculated queen h5. Massive cheapo. Right there. What was that, Storm Crusher or whatever? This is unbelievable. And he's even like pre-moving. You might as well ask Asterbait to improve it. Ask Asterbait to report him. Asterbait's like a professional reporter. Just 2 pawns down now. I had to give him the whole piece. He's like perfect tactically. How did that even happen, bro? That's crazy. 2-piece. Piece down for nothing. We're not going to give our opponent credit for anything. Jeez. Can you just stop threatening me all the time? Crap deliberations. Oh my god. Oh my god. Here comes the one move threat. This game is per example of why, for example, I don't play bullet chess. Stuff like this. It was terrible. Second half of this game, really inaccurate, especially by me. Man, wow, this is crazy. So you have 10 challenges, guys. I'm not gonna play all these people. Why do I have so many challenges? Cooking Rook's challenging. Alright. Chess Alpha. Hey, it's Miro. Just one thing I wanted to see. When I lost the piece against you... Damn, dude. It's insane. So apparently this whole sacrifice was sound? No. Wow. Man, so Bishop D2 is just a losing blunder. Damn. I thought about King B1, but I thought, oh, well, I don't need to do that. I had to play King B1. He had more venom than I thought here. Ironically, he's winning. Wow, just like check, King D1, Bishop B6. Huh. And I have to go back, and then my king can't castle, so black has a huge advantage. That's the most challenges I've ever had for a while. Damn, what's with all the challenges? Alright, we've got another hour, so I'm going to play maybe 5 or 6 games. Subscribers go first. That was creative. Have I played this before? It's not good, right? I think this move is a mistake. If I remember correctly, but actually, no, I'm not sure. Pawn takes e4 was my intention, but after pawn takes knight, queen takes f3 looks bad for black, actually. Maybe I can't do that. I have to play knight d4. This is a weird position after knight d4, pawn takes d5. This is not in the books. D takes e4, pawn takes c6, dude. I just talked about it. I don't think that's good. That was my original intention, and I realized it's not very good. Why do I bother saying lines if Uber driver's just going to ask me to repeat what I just said? Pawn takes e4, pawn takes c6, pawn takes f3, queen takes f3. With a big advantage to white. I would think. Maybe not. What's that? Grandson, I can't hear you. Can you speak up a little louder, please? Pawn takes e4, pawn takes c6, pawn takes f3, queen takes f3, and I don't like black's position. My queen side is like non-existent. I guess I can play pawn takes c6. And then if queen takes c6, bishop d7, but he doesn't have to take on c6. I have these sort of stupid looking double pawns on c5 and c6. I don't really like it, Uber driver. To be honest, that was my first instinct. Stinkfish. That's the newest engine coming your way. This pawn is feels kind of lonely, doesn't it? It's a lonely pawn. Now I'm playing the Caro-Kann. Okay. We definitely don't mind if he plays f4. Help yourself. The guy who got his queen trapped on a8? Systemson. I think Uber Driver's comparing my position to some guy who got his queen trapped on a8 against Nimzovich. Like NN versus Nimzovich. Sorry, it's not the same position. Arsenal's even funny when he's not trying. Hans Kmock parody? I don't know that. Oh, I was thinking of a real game that Nimzovich played against someone's son. I couldn't remember what the first part of their name was. Something son. There was a pawn on b5, I believe, and black had no space, and the queen got trapped on a8 or something. Actually, maybe the pawn, well, it went to b6 eventually. It was one of, like, the more ridiculous Nimzovich games where he was, like, completely crushing his opponent. Nimzo had some good results though. He had some tournaments where he was very dominant. You would play g4. He's crazy enough to play g4. Are you crazy enough to play g4? I don't know. It feels passive to play e6. I wanted to play bishop f5, but I didn't see exactly what the follow-up would be. Bishop f5. So we elected to just play a kind of French. It's not that bad. Although the Nimzovich thing could happen. There's also knight f5, like asking for trouble, as Uber Driver would say. You could always ask for trouble when in doubt. Yeah, I'm starting to not really like my position that much. Maybe bishop c5. Hey, that's a subtle move. Ah, that's a different story now. Now I'm really going to play knight f5. Don't do it. You don't do it. Is that a Ted McHugh attack? I got Ted to play once in one of our Tuesday tournaments. But he was like, I think he was suspecting people were cheating or something. He never came back. Imagine that. Paranoid player on our stream. This is an annoying move. Yeah, I mean, what would he ever be thinking? What could he possibly have been thinking or drinking? Knight g3 check. Hayesmere would probably come up with that. Knight g3 check is like forced mate after h5, h4. No. I'm gonna do this. I know I shouldn't. Oh, insta max 10. That's the thing. I just don't like taking with the e-pawn here. It's like playing Morales. Yeah, I advocate we should have a match between Morales and Sladgie. They can both like probably like they have played. I don't know what the score is. Sladgie's higher rated, but Morales keeps his rating down for prize money or something. Okay. Bad bishop. B6 is kind of a weird move. I just don't have a clear plan. I don't know. Every minute I'm like changing my mind about this position. Took me 15 moves to get in h5. And f6 is definitely good news. birdies. Oh, yeah. Are you trying to surround my f3 pawn? F3 pawn. I don't know, I'm having Freudian slips. My d4 pawn can be attacked by knight f3, therefore I called it my f3 pawn. Oh no. Can we have a match, please, sir? I love it when people call me sir. I have a special weakness for that. Uncle. You can call me Uncle Bob. Billy Bob. Jose Raul Capolanca. Sladgie reminds me a little bit of Arsenal fan in the sense that I can't really get a feel for his, his style doesn't fit in a nice, it doesn't fit in a nice box. Most people are more complicated than that, You can't just put them into boxes like, oh, this guy is a positional player. He's a tactical player. Basically, I feel like Sladgie is kind of tactical, but at the same time he plays in a sort of positional style. This is a very Nimzovician style. Opening we see here. Center is a headache. Now, the $1 million question, and I don't have the answer to which way I'm going to recapture. Actually, I've been hoping he wouldn't do this so that I didn't have to decide. Originally, the plan was to take with the pawn. But if I take with the queen, well, as I say, it's usually safer. To capture with pawns when in doubt. They don't give him an outside passer. This is a tough one. There's the glass is half empty, according to the Arsenal fan. Well, if you want to be more dynamic, I think the taking with the pawn is more dynamic. So, I tell you guys, I'm a natural French player, but it's just never could really bring myself to get into it. A5. He did A5? Are you just doing that to troll me because I said it? I believe he's really gonna do A5. I was just kidding, man. It was like literally a joke. Rook takes. What the heck? It's not easy being sleazy. Right, Uber driver? Easy and sleazy. Man, I have H3 at some point. Do I really want to do that? Hoppa. You missed the Botox. The Botox sisters. Play it out. Don't give up. Stalemate. Man, if there only wasn't a G pawn. Stalemate. Now that's a stalemate. G5 is stalemate. Yeah. Queen B1 wasn't the best. He had to keep his rook protected. I have no idea what was going on earlier. Now it's stalemate. Obviously, this is a stalemate. Yeah, that was a weird game. What was happening with the opening? D5 dubious. Ray Stone played it in 1991. He's an FM from Canada. He was a good player. Whatever happened to him? D5, B5. Busboom played E takes D. Yeah, I would think I would take with the queen on D5 here. I think this happened in a previous game. See, this isn't so clear. But he has also B takes C. I feel like I had a game like this already. No? 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 I didn't have this position. Wow. That's so strange. Maybe I had it on my Smurf account. Or just played an anonymous game. I'm pretty sure I had this once. I thought it was on the stream, but apparently not. This is a weird opening, man. So apparently I have a big edge. And I lost it with G6. I just feel like the structure is so static. I don't know what black does after that. Cooking rooks with a challenge. Who's pretty bad? 69 again. Cooking rooks is a subscriber. Oh, a G5 is always a good idea. Have you ever played any viewers on my Smurf account? I don't play with it much. Once I played Art Vega, I don't think I've ever played any of the viewers. It was a draw. It was a classical game or something. It was a funny game. It was funny because I was watching his stream, and I just like jumped in the hourly arena on the off chance that I would play him, and I did get paired with him like right away or something. And I was like watching his stream and playing him at the same time. It was pretty funny. The chances were pretty low, but it happened. Alright, Cooking Rooks, a rare appearance here. Classical Nimzo. I think it was a good game if I recall. It was very fun. Why am I playing d5 again? This is the move I play the least, actually. Don't know why I'm playing it. In fact, I don't play it much at all. I don't really like d5. It's like playing bishop e4 in the queen's gambit. It seems strange. Now he's... Actually, where's Schumacher today? He's usually here. e3 transposes to... Well, an e3. e3 variation, where you've played queen c2. It's like two different systems, all rolled into one. A little on the slow side for white. We could transpose to a Panov. You know, sometimes queen c2 is played in the main lines, the Nimzo, later on. You could also possibly transpose to something, some kind of real, like mainline Nimzo with queen coming to c2 rarely. Rook cooks. It looks pretty reasonable for white, honestly. I feel like I already made a slight inaccuracy. I could have had a better position. Play like me, 12MJ, Frederick. Thank you guys for following. We need no more subscribers. If you want to play, subscribers play first. But I'm definitely going to have time for another game. Anonymous Player is also a subscriber. Hoping to have time for at least one other game, maybe two. Alright, I don't know. I'm just going to play this and hope, but frankly, like, d takes c5 looks really, really boring. Black can't play for an IQP if he plays d takes c5, though. That's the problem. You're going to have a hard time playing for an IQP after that, Arsenal fan. Yeah. Against a low-rated player, I wouldn't want to see d takes c5. Okay, but a3 is more interesting. Maybe I have to take, and we're going to be literally transposing to I think this is probably theory. Early queen c2, but that's definitely a thing. You meant knight d5? Say what? Correct recapture here. Copy. Cop. Man, I don't know about this, actually. Oh, and knight a5 and then capture. Okay. I don't really want to sideline my knight, though. If e5... Well, that makes sense. That totally makes sense. Yes. I love it when Uber Driver sums things up. I don't normally play this kind of line, but I would say this is likely a very, very standard type of Nimzo position Karpov used to play, or Gligorich or something. I don't have much experience in this type of line. Well, my best friend used to play it all the time. My early trainer, the Jedi, is a big fan of this. I don't think it's easy to play, like, easy to play either side. These positions are very sophisticated with the structure. Cooking rooks decides to capture. It might not be a bad move. What the heck? Ask their mate. The big cowboys. I don't know how Uber Driver's gonna feel about pawn takes pawn. It's definitely an idea, though. It is good clearance. The masters of snap judgment don't like this. They might be right. Well, I mean, I think it's a subtle discussion we're having, as I said. These are subtle positions. Probably, like, freaking h3 is a good move for white. What would, an expert, like, what would Spassky play? h3 is a very standard kind of move. Sometimes the knight goes back to h2. You could play for a4, but I'm not sure if he has time. It's a good learning experience. Cooking Rooks was originally playing only e4, and he's been transitioning. And he lives in Texas, and so transitioning there is not really approved of. Do I really go g5 here? I've had this kind of position with white where I'll do like g5 and they play king g2 and then pawn takes and then rook h1. Now h3 check. I mean, I have a couple options, right? Option A would be like this. And I thought bishop here, bishop g4 looks really good for me, but maybe it's not so clear. Like takes, queen takes, king g2. Okay, I have a really big lock on the light squares. He also has g5, bishop e2. Pawn takes pawn. Alright. This is kind of primitive. Maybe something more subtle would be better. If it doesn't work, I'm in trouble. Let's put it that way. Mama says b5. Mama said b5? What? Dude, you had too much Taylor Swift concert yesterday, man. b5? Oh, you just want to put your bishop on the long diagonal? Oh, that's interesting. It's interesting. Mama watched too much Taylor Swift yesterday with the girls. He has some kind of idea of just doing the long diagonal thing. The more primitive among us will appreciate my move. It's the most direct attacking plan. You just told him Queen H4. I'm not sure it's as good here. We had a leaker in the stream. Queen H1 is a really neat little defensive idea. But is it enough? I'm skeptical. But maybe he's got some game here. Bishop d5. No, it's not over. This is not over yet. He's still got game. Nobody's rooks are cooking here, man. This is like rookless. It's just a rookless game. Imagine you play cooking rooks and nobody moves a rook the whole game. Call me a snap judgment master. This is probably +8. +8 for who? +8 indicates like you think it's winning for white. That's a little optimistic. +8 for me. Okay. Should I play H3? I'll play C4 now. He has Queen H4 staying alive. Damn. Staying alive, staying alive. Alright. I don't know if this works, god damn it. Plus mate. Is that a good move, master? It wasn't so clear. This has been murky. G5 was a little reckless. I don't know. I think I had better. Ooh, I had H2? Really? I didn't see that. Oh, I didn't even think about it. No, I just completely didn't realize. But I mean, how do I finish him off after like H3, H2, King G2? He just dropped his queen. The no rooks were cooked during this game, but there was a bishop cooked. Interesting. Not so easy game. I don't know. I had trouble evaluating the position. Arsenal's probably right about H3. No rooks were harmed in the cooking of this game. Surprisingly, no games in the book. Maybe we'll transpose, though. Can't believe there's no games here. Oh, the Sparklehorse games. Yeah, there are games, look. It's Ivan Sokolov versus Garry Kasparov. Kasparov lost in 1999. Wow. Kasparov, Belyavsky, Korchnoi. Belyavsky played both sides of this position. Tons of games. So d takes e5, not so common. Uber driver a4. Oh, no a4. That's weird. No a4. It was like the engine's #1 move. That's never been played. That's insane. I was mentioning h3. There's a few. So this isn't considered to be a really good move. D takes e5 was good. Well, not good, but playable. It's not considered good by results. It's just playable. It's like equal. But notice like he's supposed to play f3 here to build the wall. Build the wall. Jargo Sabo. Build the wall. It's equal. Now he's in trouble. G5 was the second, third best move. So knight e5 right away. Bishop e2, bishop g4. I saw this, and that was my other line, but I don't know. I guess I was afraid of something. I don't know what the... I guess he would take. I was concerned somehow white was surviving here. Alright, Cooking Rooks, good game. Next subscriber, The Butcher of Truth. Butchering the Truth. Yeah, I didn't think it was as good as it was. How good Queen takes g4 was. I knew that g5 probably wasn't the best. Intuitively. But I wanted to give Cooking Rooks a game where he's facing what most people would do, probably. I think g5 is the most common sort of response there. Let's give him a chance to play against what most people would do. The other move's a little more subtle. Anani Mouse. You have to play f3 because the structure's very weak on the dark squares. I mean the light squares. It's a pawn brigade. Wait, what am I doing again? Why am I doing bishop c5? This is not a 4-night Scotch. This is a Scotch. We've talked about that before. Oh my god, f3. Yeah, I can't resist. Feels like a Sicilian. Did I miss knight takes e4? No. Only Hayesmere would play that. Did I miss it? Seriously? No, knight e4, pawn e4, queen e4, check. Besides the fact that, let's see, g3, queen e4 check, queen e2. Yeah, he has queen e2, queen takes e2, knight takes e2. Doesn't work. Now it's the 4-night Scotch again. Congratulations. You've made some mistakes with black, to say the least. Oh, in the 4-night Scotch. Any Texans? Acerbatus from Vegas. That's the closest we've got, man. I'm afraid. So this is now a bad Scotch 4 Knights. You need to do Sladgie friend chess in real life. Friend chess. Friends with benefits chess. I don't roll like that. Alright. Nefedov came for friend chess. He got me drinking awful brown beer and made me sick. That's never gonna happen again. No, you wouldn't do that. Alright, friends don't make friends drink disgusting 12% alcohol beer. Well, he didn't make me, but he peer pressured me into it. Alright. You make your bed and lie in it. I'll take responsibility for my actions. I'm gonna miss these ambulances, guys, next week when I'm moving. We're just not gonna hear them all the time. I'm gonna have to change the emotes. Should get rid of the Joker emote. I never use that anyway. And then we'll maybe change the ambulance one, because it's just gonna be out of date. I'm like gonna be 3 blocks from the main street, and it should be a little more quiet. Ironically, they're doing like huge like sewer construction outside my new apartment. But that'll only be temporary. Summer 2024? Ooh, it's hot here. But you're used to that. It's already, man. It's right now it's 93 degrees Fahrenheit in my office. And it's only May 22nd. I don't know where to go. There's more to life than winning measly weak pawns. To be perfectly honest, I say. Next year. Screw it. I don't want your pawn. You know what? I don't want your stupid, double, isolated, nothing pawn. To give you my bishop, I won't give you my bishop. It means too much to me. But objectively, I don't know where to go. Every move I could have played there. Bishop c5, probably I should have considered more seriously. The Cooking Rook Schmidt variation. Now that's German. I'm related to Sergeant Schultz. Bishop g5, c6, bishop d6, allowed double pawns at f6, so that has equality. Cooking Rooks is an expert. Any other Texans in the chat? I love it when there's someone named Lealfa0. Alright guys, unfortunately I have to leave after maybe one more game. The Butcher of Death. Nice name. Butcher of Truth. Alright, this is too late for that game. This guy's already playing. It's too late for him anyway. One of the first ones I'm going to play. I only have time for one more game after this. There are a lot of butchers. Oh, you want a castle queenside? Yeah, that doesn't have a good connotation. From a Balkan perspective. But from a U.S. player, I guess it's alright. It's popular to butcher the truth. Survivor's been waiting. In low chess, 23. Wow. Alright, guys, I'm just gonna take the next challenger if it's not a subscriber. Waiting for my chance here, but it's not happening. See, the nice thing in the Sicilian defense that you're constantly getting your queen out here. It's not happening here. I was just thinking the same thing. Well, that's not happening anymore. Rip queen d6. Safe to say that's not happening. There's a lot of pent-up inertia in Black's position. Not inertia, but potential energy. Really not good with science. I had a crappy science department in my... I didn't like science in my high school, so... Potential energy. We don't have that much here. You know, I should have had more. His opening was... His move order was really not accurate, but I really let this kind of let him get away with something here. I should have been like way better. Could have taken that greedy pawn, but thought I could get more. I don't see it. Oh man, I don't know. Oh my god, Sladgie just played f6. Where's Ben Franklin? An f-pawn saved is an f-pawn earned. You know, I mean, I keep getting those knight takes e4, grab the pawn on e4. Those endings where like Black's up a pawn, but it's not quite winning, and there's like ops colored bishops and crap. And I was trying to avoid... I wanted to win like cleanly and decisively, but he ended up just getting away with something. Like now he's got a kind of normal position. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Uber Driver. Of course, maybe there was something, but none of it looked that clear. No really clear win or very strong move. If my rook was on a8, he would have knight takes d5 now. Now this is, you know, a pleasant surprise. In a way, it seems like, oh yeah, like rook e1's a good idea, I want to keep that pawn, but I'm not sure that white really wants to keep that pawn. I think in reality, he might be better off like liquidating it. From the standpoint of pawn structure, this is a weakness. It's also blockaded. Well, nearly. I never had rook takes b2. Another leaker. Speaking of blockade, now he has b4, the devastating b4. Act now to claim your free gift. Tournament Tuesday. I mean, h4 is fine, but it takes some time. I would have just taken on an f6 if I was white. Beautiful stuff. Oh, he read your mind. Taylor Swift approved. this move. Unfortunately, not much, really, not much going on with the time here, the situation with the time. This could get crazy. You got to plan out your whole game. I want to play rook takes pawn. I just don't think that works. Larry the L pawn. The L train. My name is Larry. This is my brother Larry. This is my other pawn brother Larry. The leaker, suspected leaker. Nice job, leaker. Oh, I dropped an exchange. Doesn't even take it. Unbelievable. That's a nice idea. Holy bleeping bleep. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have sacrificed the exchange for 2 pawns. That wasn't the plan. How did that even happen? Bleeping bleeper. Bleeper Street. I like my rook. My rook is the picture of mobilization, but at least there is that potential energy. It's like my summon on sound in game yesterday. I don't know. Where's the money, larva? I need glasses. It's like blurry. The screen is blurry. It looked like he wrote, "Where's the money, larva?" That's what I'm gonna start calling people larva. That's a pretty good insult. Alright. Alright, larva. Not so easy. wouldn't even take it. Why do I waste my time thinking about this shit? It's ridiculous. The cube. Cube noob. I don't know, Uber driver, who's playing for the win here. Now it's pretty clear. I mean, I'm fortunate, like, he had way better options earlier. What a messy game. Alright, one last game. I guess low chess. If they're here. They have been following. You embarrassed yourself. Thanks. I don't think you embarrassed yourself. You played a good game. Car park. Cap car. Sorry. I called him car park. That was one of Arsenal's. Wait, was that your account? No. Anatoly Car Park. Wait, who's Anatoly Car Park? You were Krapnik. Same thing, basically. Carjacking against Anatoly Car Park. Whoa. I just made a move and it was like unmade. The clock was unpressed. Now the bishop should be on. Oh, this is actually. Yeah, this is Edward. The other no, not Edward. Edward McHugh. Yeah, the other Edward. Uber driver's namesake. Yeah, Arsenal. The queen is always good on b8, except when you're like Nimzovic's opponent and he's like trapping it on a8. This is a standard position I had against Eddie Ball game in the Kelleher Blitz private Blitz tournament 20 years ago. 20 plus years ago. I played this on the stream too. We'll find a game or two where I played this. I like bishop d3 better than bishop e2. It's more of a natural attacking system. Yeah, that Milner-Barry line is considered good enough. Now, I don't know rook e1. Usually they always play bishop c4 there. So what does it do? Is there a trap or something? I'm just going to castle. Famous last words. Yeah, maybe I should play a6. Alright. I'm not going to take a chance. Rook e1 is a useful move for white anyway. Maybe it's more useful than bishop c4 at the end of the day. You're going to play bishop f4 anyway. I don't care. Maybe I don't have time to play like knight f6. I don't like taking on c3. I could take on c3. I just don't like it. So I don't know if I don't think I've ever gotten this position. Bishop f4 is exciting. Then I can play two moves. The bishop on f4 is pretty strong though. I think I ought to play bishop d6. Bored with excitement. The Milner-Barry gambit with queen b8 is good for black. But now there have been other ways devised to play the white side that are a little better, I think. Last game, guys. Thanks, everybody. We had a good turnout today. A couple of subs. Secretly, you want to play queen a7. Yeah. Well, that is a common occurrence. I mean, technically, like, that's black's good bishop and white's bad bishop, but interesting. We should play dynamically. Speaking of queen a7. Okay, this is a different story now. Did I have bishop e4, actually? Why would I even want to do that? Well, that would be awkward for white. Last game, gotta go. Tomorrow night, subscriber tournament, or team tournament, I should say. Tomorrow night we're going to do Fast Ponda Arena. Not Arena. Fast Ponda Swiss. Rapid. Tomorrow night. He took the pawn. Oh. But his d pawn isn't safe. Maybe this move is stronger than I thought. Rook d8, queen e4, bishop f3, bishop f3, knight takes d4, queen takes b7. What is that? I don't know. We're gonna find out. I just assumed like it would be dangerous for him to take that pawn. Don't assume anything. Now my bishop's hanging, so bishop e6. Okay, I can play rook takes d4. Just try to equalize. White might be a little better. Bishop f6 has got to be too slow. Also bishop f4. Dr. Ponda. Repunj, you should be in bed by now. You have school tomorrow. Bishop f6, d5. Rook takes d4, okay. Knight takes d4. 5 p.m. It's only 5 p.m. there? I thought it was later. Really? I thought it was later. I forgot it's a morning stream. You're rarely here for the morning streams. You're usually here for The early part of an evening stream or something. Yeah. I got confused. As usual. Ooh, winning an exchange. Oh, my alarm. Alright. Okay. Winning an exchange? Well, that's typical Arsenal mumbo jumbo. I don't know what he's talking about. But we're going to find out. Nah, this is the best I can get. I'm just slightly worse. What worked? I don't know what we're even talking about. What winning in exchange? How would I win an exchange by force? Knight takes d4. I mean, I'm not even threatening anything. Like, if he takes on e7, yeah, I win the exchange. But other than that, you know, you could play anything, like bishop d1 or something. I think black's just happy to be equal in an open position with two bishops for white, the Cowboys. Yeah, the c3 Sicilian, when played like this, is very, very safe for white. You're not up to your usual tactical snuff today, Arsenal. You may have had too many pints yesterday. I'm having a liver rest for a few two days, maybe myself. The first part of this week, I think I'm going to abstain from any drinking of alcohol. All right. Alcohol is obviously good for my brain. But bad for the rest of my body. Queen a7. Yeah, you need good sleep. Sleep is so important. It's just ridiculously important. I'm the same, man. If I don't sleep well, I had a really good deep sleep though. Usually I'm very tired on Mondays, but I managed to get into a really deep sleep last night, so that makes all the difference. Okay, rook c8. Not clear what this does. This is a really bad move. Or not. Maybe not. Perhaps not. It just looks like a really bad move. Hey, at least I have good control with d4. Oof. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. Too much candy. Be careful of like diabetic conditions. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Dr. Sladgie. The other day on my phone, I had this advertisement for like an ultrasound that you can operate on your phone, but it's expensive. It's like made for medical companies, and I was thinking that would be cool. It's just a matter of time, you know. Now it's only, you know, something that they would use in like a clinic, but it's cool that I imagine, you know, it won't be that long before we reach the stage where everyone can like perform ultrasound on themselves, like to just make sure all the organs are in working order and stuff. Hospitals in India are sus. Ultrasound is dangerous. I didn't know it was dangerous. Are you serious? You can melt your organs with ultrasound? This is not tinfoil hat stuff. You're saying. Really? Oh, that's crazy. I was hoping to melt some of my bones. Dude, Repunch, have you heard of the United States? The United States is like the biggest scam country for medical stuff in the world. You're just catching up to them, maybe. No. They just destroy everybody financially. Rarely do I get tortured like this in an ending. I can't imagine any country could be more corrupt medically than the United States. What, the average, like, insurance companies are really bad. Never buy travel insurance from an unreputable company. That's one thing I learned. If you're gonna buy a travel insurance, definitely go with like the most trustworthy big name. So what am I doing here? F6, F6. My knight has no squares to go to. Poor Mr. Knight. Phew, at least my knight has a square now. Worldwide Pants Cam. Ooh. This is a draw. I'm not going to be able to win. 2 pawns against 1. Against the 2 bishops. I mean, I was lucky not to lose. I was worse the whole game. Yeah, I don't play for wins. I don't play for wins. In totally drawn positions. All right, guys, I gotta go. Sorry, Survivor. Play you next time. Lesson times. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. Bye bye.